Right now, we are standing at the center of an old, dormant volcano. A lot of these natural wonders of the world are diminishing. All the trees you see behind me are clones of one another. The rim of the Grand Canyon is 7,000 feet above sea level. So right now we're standing right in the middle of an incredible natural process, Ponderosa pine tree. Gin is distilled from this kind of berry. The mountain behind me is 12,633 feet above sea level. My name is Keaton, and I am a tour guide. So I'm standing here at the base of the San Francisco Peaks, and behind me is Humphreys Peak, Arizona's highest mountain. At 12,633 feet above sea level, no trees are gonna be growing up there. It's so high up, the ground itself is frozen year-round. And you can see right now, we have a nice snow cap on the top of the mountain. And right here, we're standing just about 8,000 feet above sea level. And at 8,000 feet, we find nice groves of quaking aspen trees. This is one of our only deciduous trees in the area. The name quaking comes from the behavior of the leaves themselves. The leaf has a very long petiole, the piece that connects it to the branch. And as the wind comes through, it creates a nice quaking look to the leaves. They tremble with their nice golden color, and then over time, the leaf falls away, and soon we'll be entering into winter. I can't tell you how many people I take to the Grand Canyon and are surprised that there are trees there. Pinyon and juniper seem to grow together well. The kind of right elevation, right climate for those two trees to grow. We have a massive, magnificent Ponderosa pine tree. There's a whole forest of Ponderosa pine trees and pinyon pine trees and juniper trees, Douglas fir trees, spruce trees, all kinds of trees that grow on the rim of the Grand Canyon. And everyone just thinks Arizona is a big desert. One of my favorite things about aspen trees is it's not actually trees plural. They are one massive organism. All the trees you see behind me are clones of one another, and they're sharing a common root system underneath the ground. Why the trees are here? Because of the nice high elevation we have, the cooler temperatures, that leads to a Ponderosa pine forest. You look down into the canyon and you see cottonwoods growing. That's where the water is. There are springs and creeks and rivers leading down to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. So as a naturalist, we could come right here and look at the cut of the tree, count up all these different rings, and get a rough estimate of how old this tree was. But with the Ponderosa pine trees, there's a much quicker and easier way to get an estimate of the trees, and that's by looking at their bark. So instead of sitting here and counting ring after ring after ring after ring, we can just kind of look at the trunk of the tree, look at the tree bark, and if it's got this orange color, we know the tree has reached at least 100 years, potentially all the way up to about 500 years is the average lifespan of a Ponderosa pine tree.